If you rub Aladdin's head, you won't get 3 wishes, but you will receive a new best friend.
Crazy boy.
Edgar is oh so cool and calm. Cedar is smart, if not a bit chunky. Lilani is shy, but also loving. Plus, Ashley in our Ask Ashley segment talks about the proper way to train a dog. And cats and kittens, yeah, we got them. In the next Pick Your Next Pet at the Ashtabula County Animal Protective League.
Very rough start when he first came here. He was very, very underweight. Him and 2 of his siblings came in together, so we had to feed them 3 times a day with slow feeders because they ate really, really fast. We want to make sure he didn't make himself sick. His 2 siblings have since been adopted and are pretty good dogs in their homes. They're basically like puppies. They need a lot of training, so I'm sure he'll be the same way. He's a little mouthy, a little nippy, but he loves treats, so that is definitely the way to his heart. He bonds to people really quickly. He does get along with other dogs. His siblings that have been adopted have been good with cats, so we think that he will be too. So I think he'd fit in great in almost any home. So put in an application for him soon.
What is that thing?
It's an octopus, but it's deflated because somebody ripped all the stuffing out.
Yeah.
You're so clean.
I just took Aladdin for a walk, and I think whoever gets him, he is going to be a very loyal dog. Because the whole time we were going down Green Road, he kept looking back at this place. Like, are you taking me away from my home? Which is a little bit sad.
He bonds really quickly.
Yes.
Not a fan?
I was expecting to see him knock you into there.
I bet then we'd get a bunch of views.
Oh yeah. I'd be moving that up and back and forth and having you fall back out and back in.
That would be funny. Ready? Get it. Good. Excuse me. Hey.
We playing hide and seek?
Edgar is about 6 years old, so he's getting up there in age compared to a lot of dogs in our shelter right now. And he's a very, very good boy, a fan favorite here, honestly. Unfortunately, he has been in and out of shelters for quite a bit of his life. He was in a shelter in Cleveland for a while. He had a home for a little bit. He ended up coming back here to us, and we just don't understand why, because he is just a sweetheart. He is a lot smaller in size for people who big dogs might make them nervous. He does pull when he's on leash, but when he's off leash, he just likes to meander around, do some sniffing, things like that. He likes other dogs okay. He's pretty independent as well, so he would do well with or without other dogs in the home. I think he'd do great with kids because he's just so laid back and he just wants to chill most of the time. So he is a super chewer, I'll warn you that. At least in his kennel, he loves to chew up anything that's soft or rubber. So he gets hard toys only here so he can really chew at them and have a good time. But he is a great dog. I would love to see him go home soon. So hopefully he gets an application. Look how handsome he is.
Do you think the dogs like you because of who you are or because you've got food?
I think it's both. I think it's both.
You talk nice to them.
Right.
Some of them haven't been talked nice to probably a whole lot.
Yeah. Come on, let's go play.
Your fur, probably that color would be a nice living room couch. The color, not your fur.
Yeah. That's so cool. Shake. Paw. Nothing else. Right, sit. Can you lay down? Sit. Lay down. No, isn't that how you do it? It's okay. So Cedar is about 2 years old, and I think he is just one of the greatest dogs out there. He is so cute and so much fun. He gets his zoomies, but then he can relax. Dog walkers love him. He's very good on leash. He gets along great with other dogs. He's curious about everything and everyone. He is just awesome. So I highly encourage you to put in an application for him.
Better check out what's going on. Right in front of the tree.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh. You're a hoot.
And now, today's lesson, what to do with an itchy back. Yes.
Come here. Oh my goodness. He's so excited. Sit. Sit. My goodness. Now you're so slobbery and dirty. What are we gonna do with
Did he
these?
get you?
Oh, probably. He's got it all over his face and sand on his nose.
Mmm.
Yum.
And a bone in his nose, ho ho.
Crazy boy. Oh.
What percentage of dogs would you say actually get in the water?
Maybe like 10%. Usually like huskies and husky mixes like it. The labs like it. We always have a few per year.
It's time again for Ask Ashley. And there's her email across the bottom. There it will be. But it's not there yet. We've ordered it. It's coming from Amazon. Okay, anyway, this week, well, you were mentioning a lot of the dogs you're talking about, them being shy. Kind of timid, which is kind of natural if they're who knows what kind of lives they've led so far. So how do you approach that? And is there ever a time when you're going to use like harsh language or anything like that, or is it, you know, what is the correct way to do this?
So in general, we try to follow fear-free policies in our shelter. So we keep things as quiet as we can. Obviously, dogs bark, it's going to get a little bit loud, but us humans do our best to stay real quiet. We give them lots of treats. If a dog is extremely uncomfortable, we don't push them beyond their certain limits. Beyond that, I will say, you asked about harsh language, anything like that. Absolutely not. We only use what we call positive reinforcement training. So that means that if they do something right, they get the treats. If they do something wrong or negative, we mostly would just ignore the bad behavior. So for example, if we had a dog that was a super jumper, we would just turn away, ignore them, don't give them any response, because any response to them can be considered a reward.
Even a negative.
Even if you're saying like, no, get off me, they're still seeing that as like attention, and you're touching them, you're giving them pets. So we use only positive reinforcement. So I'll ignore a dog until they do what I want, which is to sit, and then they get their treat.
So this idea, sometimes people roll up newspaper on the nose when the dog messes in the house or something, because they say that doesn't hurt them, but that's not a good thing to do.
I don't think so, and it's just not something we do here at the shelter. There are all different kinds of training methods, but like I said, we only use positive reinforcement here. We have a dog trainer that comes once a week. Her name is Christine from Cold Nose Companions in Chardon. I highly recommend her for dog training. She is amazing, and she has taught me personally so much. She's taught our staff so much, helped us with some of our troublesome dogs. So it's been a great experience working with her, and we try to implement a lot of her policies and her suggestions into our shelter.
Most of the dogs have had enough negativism in their
Right.
They've
had plenty of their own bad experiences prior to being here, so we try to make being here as positive as we can till they find their forever home.
Okay, and you can ask Ashley any questions, social security number, whatever. So send her an email.
Shoot me a text. No, email's good. Email's good.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Leilani meets Cedar.
Leilani is about a year old, and she really is so loving. She's a little bit shy at first. She takes a minute to warm up, but then once she does, she will be your best friend for life. She's definitely a bit overwhelmed and nervous here in the shelter. Other dogs make her a little bit uncomfortable, but if they have the right personality, I think she could totally make some dog friends. So if you're open to a little bit of a shy dog, you need some time to warm up, you have a pretty laid back home life, she'd be a really good fit for you. I got many treats for you.
No hot dogs this time though.
I got cheese.
Cheese.
Sit. Sit.
You ate all the hot dogs.
Yes.
Yes, I knew it.
No, hot dogs are gross. Dogs eat like that. Good girl. You lay down. Come on. All the way.
I think she wants it with a toothpick, like an appetizer.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Aww. They look in there, but they don't go through.
I've only ever seen go through the short ones. Never that long one.
Before the summer is off, some dog's gonna knock you in there.
Probably.
I used to have lifeguard certification.
Part of me thinks if I got in, more dogs would come in with me.
Something to think about.
Might be worth a shot. Bring my bathing suit. Girl. Okay.
You would think you'd get tired of seeing other dogs.
Yes. Good girl. Lay down. Come. Come. That's okay. Good girl. Drop it.
a dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog. I ain't thinking about you. Don't need no one to tie me down. I'm a walking the dog and a painting the town. Such an easy life I never knew until the day